Hi everybody, how have you been? I know it's too long that I have been making any video and I'm speaking in the video like this. That's Raimi. Say hi. Hi. So yeah, I have been thinking for a long time to give some vlogs or do something, but trust me, I wasn't getting any time at all. There are tons of videos and photos on my gallery, but it's really hard to have some time and edit them and put them on YouTube. Something actually struck me. So few days back, me and Raimi, we were watching our old vlogs on YouTube, and Raimi was so happy. She was like saying, "Oh, I used to be like this. I used to talk like this." Thank God I made those videos, that she can now enjoy them. Like, she was really happy seeing herself, the younger version of herself. Comes the most important question, which she finally asked, that Mama, why don't you make these kind of videos nowadays? I really thought that that's a very, very valid question. I started this vlogging journey just to preserve Raimi's memories, how she is growing up and all, just to make a video journal that Raimi grows up and how we are cherishing her every day. And then I thought that now that she's 5 years old, and why I'm not making more such videos. So today's vlog is about the trip that we took last year. So my in-laws visited us here in Canada last summer, and we really had a very good time. And we actually went to Montreal, Quebec, Mont-Tremblant, and that was a 4-day trip, and we really had a very nice time. Today's video will come in 2 parts because there are tons of videos and tons of photos that I took during the trip, which I want to share with you all. And thank God that iPhone has this ability to transform pictures into video. I was taking pictures during the trip in live mode in my iPhone. I wasn't taking those pictures or those videos keeping in mind that in future I will create some vlog, but thankfully I clicked those pictures in live mode so that now I can transform those pictures into videos, and that saved me today. That's how you will be seeing how our trip went. We actually stayed in Montreal, and we booked an Airbnb in Montreal. So we thought that rather than moving every day in each city and moving all our luggage and checking into the Airbnb, so we thought, let's stay in one city. From that city we will travel to all the other places. So Quebec was the longest journey, 3.5 hours of journey from Montreal to Quebec. And then we went to Mont-Tremblant. Mont-Tremblant was not so far from our Airbnb. It was all full of mountains. There was a small village over there. It was a kind of a resort, but it was a really good place. You will see. So the first day we started our journey towards Kingston. We thought Kingston is already on the way, so why not visit there and have a boat ride to see the Thousand Islands. It was a bright sunny day, and after breakfast we started, and within 2.5 hours we reached the port where we were going to take our boat. From there we had our lunch on the port, and then we had this 2 hours journey on boat, and we visited all these islands. So Thousand Islands actually consists of more than 1,000 small and big islands, and some of the islands which falls under US and some are from Canada. So you will see that the islands which are from US, actually you cannot land on those islands even if you're traveling with your private boat, because you need a valid visa or a passport, and that's the rule. You can go by water, but definitely you cannot just land on those islands which are not on Canada side. And here comes the Bold Castle. This was built during the 1900s and it falls on the US side. After our day-long tour on Thousand Islands, we headed towards Montreal to check in into our Airbnb, and that's a wrap up for the day one. On the next day, we were having a city tour in Montreal. So we visited Montreal Biodome. So Biodome is a very nice place. It's for a family outing. Like, it exhibits the 5 ecosystem of America, and we really had a great time over here. You will see a beaver swimming shortly. Now we are heading towards St. Joseph's Oratory of Mount Royal. It's a huge Catholic church which was founded during 1904. It has a huge dome at the top, so that's the main attraction. And it's a very beautiful place where you can see the art museum, and also there are beautiful gardens around it. From this terrace, you can actually see the whole city view of Montreal. And then finally, I met one of my sister-in-law and we had our dinner in Montreal downtown. And day 3, we started our journey towards Quebec. And we actually gave our destination as the old Quebec City, but unfortunately that day we gave a wrong pin to our Google map, and that's what our Google map actually let us cross this bridge. So this is a bridge built on St. Lawrence River in Quebec, but we were not supposed to cross this bridge because the old Quebec City was on this side of the river. But since we gave a wrong destination on our Google map, it took us to a very different place. It was in the middle of the highway and we don't know what based on what we gave that destination on Google map. It actually took us around 60 to 80 kilometers more driving, and it was really exhausting that day because from Montreal to Quebec it was already 3.5 hours journey, and this almost took us 4 hours. St. Lawrence River is actually connected to Lake Ontario, which we have here in Ontario, and this river goes and meet the North Atlantic Ocean. So it has a direct connection with Lake Ontario and the North Atlantic Ocean. finally we reach our destination, and the first thing we had is our lunch because we were so hungry and exhausted. And that's the most famous Fairmont Le Chateau Frontenac. It's a historic hotel, you can say. It was first opened in 1863 and it was built by Canadian Pacific Railway Company, and it's also considered as one of the UNESCO World Heritage Site. It is said that Le Chateau Frontenac is the most photographed hotel in the world. Then we strolled around this beautiful European style old Quebec city. It is said that it is fortified during the 17th century and it was built by the French settlers. So it will give you a feel as if you were in one of the beautiful city in France. And here comes the immense mural painting on the wall, which actually depicts the history of the Quebec city. Now it's time to return back to our Airbnb after such a beautiful day spent in Quebec City. We took it nice and slow in this trip. We didn't do much, but yes, whatever time we spent, it was wonderful because obviously, you know, whenever you are here in Canada, you have to walk a lot, and during summer the days become very hot and it's easily like exhaust you whenever you are walking a lot in the hot summer days. And the amazing part of the road trip is that it never fails to amaze you. It's always scenic and beautiful whenever you are driving along the countryside. And we really had a very beautiful journey that day, though it was long and tiring, but we had a nice day. Hope you liked this vlog. We'll see you soon with our Tremblant vlog.